नमस्कार. नवकोकण एज्युकेशन सोसायटीच्या डीबीसी कॉलेज परिवारातर्फे मी श्रीराम दंडेकर आपलं परत एकदा स्वागत करतोय. आपण डेरिव्हेटिव्हचा पुढचा भाग बघूया. डेरिव्हेटिव्ह ऑफ इनव्हर्स फंक्शन्स. In 11th standard, you have studied the topic functions, and in that topic, you have studied inverse of a function exists if and only if it is 1 and onto. To begin with, let me take one simple example. Suppose fx is equal to 3x minus 4. This is function defined for all real numbers x. Can you find f inverse x? F inverse x. The procedure is very simple. Just assume that y equal to 3x minus 4. Therefore y plus 4 is equal to 3x, and therefore x is equal to y plus 4 upon 3. X is inverse function, and therefore I can say that f inverse x is equal to x plus 4 upon 3. Remember that we define the inverse function as the composite f inverse of x is equal to x, and f inverse composite f of x is also equal to x. This is the definition of inverse function when they exist. Remember, all functions do not possess inverse. The inverse of a function exists if and only if it is 1 and onto function. Now, in 11th standard, we have studied that this function is 1 and onto for all real numbers x. Its inverse is this. What is f dash x? Derivative of 3x minus 4 with respect to x. It is just 3. What is derivative of f inverse? That is f inverse dash x. It is derivative of x plus 4 upon 3. You can think this as x by 3 plus 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is constant, its derivative is 0. X by 3, that is constant, into x, derivative is constant, so derivative is 1 by 3. Observe that these two derivatives are reciprocals of each other. I will take one more example. Fx is equal to x square. Here I am considering x belongs to R plus only. That is the set of positive real numbers only, not 0 and not negative numbers. Set of positive real numbers only. Fx is equal to x square. Then I know that f inverse y is equal to under root y. Generally we write y is equal to fx. So if y equal to x square, then x is equal to root y. In the set of positive real numbers, this exists under root y. Now dy by dx, that is f dash x, derivative of x square with respect to x. Derivative of x square with respect to x is 2x. And dx by dy, that is derivative of x with respect to y, it is f inverse dash of y, it is derivative of root y with respect to y. Derivative of root y with respect to y is 1 upon 2 root y. But root y is equal to x, that is 1 upon 2x. Observe here, these two are also reciprocals of each other. So we can think that dy dx by dy, that is derivative of the inverse function, is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Yes, this is true, and this is true only when this dy by dx not equal to 0. dy by dx not equal to 0, then dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Is this clear to all of you? Then we will take the theorem which proves this. Theorem: if y equal to fx, y equal to fx is differentiable and invertible on some interval, say I. Differentiable and invertible on some interval, say I. Then dy by dx is dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, provided dy by dx not equal to 0. dy by dx not equal to 0, then only they are reciprocals of each other. Proof: y equal to fx is differentiable function of x. Therefore, dy by dx is equal to limit delta x tending to 0, delta y by delta x exists and is finite. Y equal to fx is invertible. Therefore, x is equal to f inverse y exists. If this x is equal to f inverse y is differentiable, then dx by dy is equal to limit delta y tending to 0, delta x upon delta y. Now we have to just combine these two and we will get the proof. Consider delta y upon delta x into delta x upon delta y is equal to 1. This is very clear. In the first lecture, in the first theorem, chain rule, I have told you that the difference between delta and t, dy by dx, is notation for derivative of y with respect to x. You cannot separate them. But delta y and delta x, these deltas are changes. They are used to represent the change in some variable. Delta y means small change in the variable y. Delta x means small change in the variable x. So delta y by delta x into delta x by delta y is clearly equal to 1. Therefore, delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon delta y by delta x. Now take limit on both sides as delta x tending to 0. Limit delta x tending to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to limit delta x tending to 0, 1 upon delta y by delta x. Now we know that when x is going towards 0, y also goes towards 0. This is in case of delta. So when delta x tends to 0, delta y also tends to 0. So this delta x can be replaced by delta y, and I get limit delta y tending to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon limit delta x tending to 0, delta y by delta x. Now use this 1 and this 2. Use these two. I will get dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Remember that till this point, this delta y by delta x is clear cut non-zero. But when we take limit, this can be 0. In the limiting position, it can be 0. And therefore, we have to apply the condition if dy by dx not equal to 0. And therefore, when y equal to fx is differentiable and invertible function on some interval I, then the derivative of inverse function is reciprocal of the original function. Dx by dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx, provided that dy by dx not equal to 0. In the next video, we will see some examples on this theorem. Till then, you have to by heart this theorem for your examination. Thank you.